confrontation. We've all been somewhere at some point in life where, a conflict arises. As much as we all wanted to, fly off the handle, most of us do. But if you're, somewhat like me now before, I used to fly off the handle, act before I thought. And it got me into a whole whirlwind of mess. And it also made the conflict, the situation 10 times worse. But me today, me now in this moment, I like to think about everything that I say before I say it, because I know sometimes, first of all, my voice is loud, it carries, so I know I have to tone that down, especially in the middle of a conflict, because a lot of times, because I'm loud, it automatically come off like I'm trying to be defensive, or I'm angry, or I'm ready to fight, and that's not necessarily true. So, as much as, like I said, we all want to fly off the handle, sometimes that's not the best, like I said, because sometimes that leaves us in a deeper mess than what we started out in, So with that being said, you always have to watch what you say and how you say what you say in the middle of a confrontation, no matter how we like it or if we like it or don't like it. That's just how it is. Often we are faced with, necessary conflicts throughout life, and a lot of times we can feel guilty of our words and just making the situation worse. Like I said, a lot of times we can think a lot of things, a lot of fearful things, and then we manifest those things throughout our negative actions and or reactions, by approaching most difficult social interactions and situations with emotional intelligence. It'll also help ensure, that the confrontations can be a positive, learning experience for everybody involved. Because if we take the time to put ourselves in a position and a place to listen to everyone, now I'm not saying just because I listen to you that I'm going to agree with you, because we can agree to disagree, but I like for everybody to feel heard. I like for all of us to speak to one another with respect, no matter what. You don't have to like what I say, but this is my truth. This is how I feel in that moment of confrontation. So as long as you get your point across and you being heard, I feel like that's all that matters. Know how you feel, and what you feel may not go around the room with ease. A lot of people may not like it, and that's, they don't have to like it. They don't have to agree with you, but they can most definitely at least respect you and listen to you. So as a life coach, I started up a confrontational coaching group session where we do virtual and or sometimes we'll have meetup groups. But by using confrontation with my clients, I invite them to examine their own beliefs and behaviors in more constructive and an upfront manner. That way it'll change the behavior within ourselves, because sometimes the other person is not the problem. We are the problem. Let's be honest. Sometimes what we say and how we say it is a problem, and we need to handle that within ourselves before we can start pointing the finger at anyone else. Some people find that very difficult, and they become hesitant and unable to understand the needed changes within ourselves that we have to overcome, and we have to do these things. Starting this confrontational group coaching, these sessions, I think is very therapeutic when it comes to promoting open communication and awareness from not only myself but the group overall, because it's not just about ourselves. It's bigger than all of us, and if we're not learning the proper tools and techniques that it takes to communicate, to converse with one another, we'll never get ahead in life. And it starts with respecting ourselves and respecting the people involved, the group. It ain't just about you. It takes two to tango. And when you're having a conversation with someone, everybody has to feel heard. Everybody has to get their time to speak. One person, you don't get to hold the mic the entire conversation. No. It's not what you say that goes. It's what we all say. And what works for me may not work for you. So that's what I teach.